For hole one, you can play it two ways. You can play with an APOC or a Thor's hammer. With an APOC, you're going to use about 5 backspin, 5 and a click, and full left spin. You're basically going to have it to where your second bounce is going to be over the bunker with your red ring just into the rough or just off to the rough. You're going to have to start playing with it to try and get that hole in one. But we are playing this at max distance with a plus 20% over adjustment of our shot, and then you're going to curl it. So you're going to have to play with the curl and the offset on the drive itself to figure out how you need to get closer for that hole in one. So you're probably going to need more curl than this, so I would say about a ball of curl. And also play with the setup as well to see if you want the red ring by the rough or into the rough to get you closer to that hole. But other than that, it is an easy eagle, plus 20% max distance of your club, 5 back, max left. If you don't have a higher APOC, you can use a Thor 5 or 6. You're going to use 5 and a click of backspin and max left spin. You're basically going to push up to max to where the second bounces over the rough line, and it's about a 2-ring push up. My yellow ring is going to be just off the rough off the rough on the left hand side. I'm then going to over adjust my shot at plus 20% elevation at max distance of my club, and then I'm going to push up those 2 rings. So again, with a Thor's hammer, it's going to be a 2-ring push up. And then you're going to use full curl on an APOC 6, and you're going to use slight overpower as well. I did use baby overpower just to be on the safe side, and it came in halfway decent. So again, 5 and a click backspin, full left spin. You're going to make sure you push up 2 rings. You're going to adjust your shot at max distance with a plus 20% over adjustment of your shot. For hole 2, we're going to be using a sniper and kingmaker. You're going to be doing 2 top spin and a click of right spin. You're going to be aiming your ball guide just to basically the right of pin, or just the right edge of the cup. Your red ring is going to be just before the edge of the bunker, and then you're going to over adjust your shot at max distance with a plus 15% over adjustment of your shot, favoring a 1201 pull. For hole 3, I'm opting for a safer shot. We're going to be using, you can use an APOC 4, 5, or 6, or 7 or 8, whatever you want to choose. With an APOC 4, you're going to use about a half a bar of topspin, and with an APOC 5 or 6, you're going to be using a 0.2 topspin, and then both are going to be using max left spin with your Zerk ball. At full extension, your blue ring is going to be touching the rough on the left. Then you're going to over adjust your shot with a 10% over adjustment at max distance. You will then do a full overpower shot. Your needle will be very slow here, so be wary of it. So it will be a very slow needle speed in overpower, and then it will get you into a nice distance for your second shot, which we are opting to do a guardian shot on. Here she played a guardian backspin shot with a minus 5% elevation, and we think it is playing at a 0% elevation. This shot is still a work in progress, and you will have to work and tweak it to try and get that albatross, but we are playing this from here on out at a 0% elevation at max distance of our club. For hole 4, we are playing with our Sniper 10 and a Kingmaker, 1 bar of top spin and 1 bar of left spin. You're going to have your red ring touching the rough at the top and your ball guide going straight at the hole. You will then adjust your shot 1-to-1 or 1 wind per ring. So her wind is 8.4, she adjusts 8.4 rings. So again, red ring at the top of the rough, 1 top spin, 1 left spin, ball guide going to the hole, and then you're going to adjust 1 wind per ring. For hole 5, I'm just going to show you the APOC 4 shot and just tell you do not use overpower on this shot. With an APOC 4, you're going to do full topspin and full left spin. White ring is going to be touching the rough on the left hand side. You're going to be adjusting your shot at a plus 5% over adjustment of your shot at max distance. With an APOC 4, you're going to push all the way up to max. The next shot I'm going to show you with an APOC 6, and I'll tell you what to do then. You're going to use full curl with your APOC 4. Here I did full overpower. Do not use overpower. If you're going to use any overpower at all, use about 1 bar of overpower. But again, do not use full overpower with an APOC 4 because you will go long. But I just wanted to show you this shot because an APOC 4 can make this shot. You just need to make sure that you don't use full overpower. For an APOC 5, 6, and 7, again, the white ring is going to be touching the rough on the left. Full left spin, and we're going to be doing 6 bars of top spin. You can do 6 to 6.1 bars of top spin. Again, we are adjusting at max distance with a plus 5% over adjustment of our shot. And with an APOC 5 and 6, we are pushing up 1 ring. APOC 7, I believe it's a 1 ring push up as well, but I'm not 100% sure. So again, push up 1 ring, and then you're going to use about 2 balls of curl here. So you're going to have to judge the curl. Just take a snapshot of my curl here and you're going to have to mimic that curl. So again, we're playing at a plus 5% elevation at max distance, white ring touching the rough, 6 top spin, 3 left spin, and then your curl is about 1.5 balls to 2 balls of curl. For the second shot, it's going to be an end bringer, and I'm going to play this at 20% elevation at the slider of my end bringer. Here I judged it at about 50% end bringer. It was probably more along the lines of 40%, but I used 50% at 20% elevation, and then I did a no spin end bringer shot, and it still made it in. So again, the end bringer is going to play at the slider of your end bringer with a plus 20% over adjustment of your shot. For hole 6, I suggest any driver that you are using to use a power 4 ball. With an APOC 4, you will have to use full overpower. With an APOC 5 or 6, you can do a controlled overpower as if you wish. With an APOC 6, I would not go full topspin because it puts you in between clubs, so I would do about 4 topspin with an APOC 6. Again, we're going to over adjust our shot with a plus 10% over adjustment of our club, and then we're going to push up to max. So again, in APOC 4, you're going to use full overpower. APOC 5 and 6, I believe you can get away with maybe half overpower and still be fine. So you will have to figure out the top spin of what you want for your second shot, but here it got me into a good sniper shot for the second shot, and we are playing the second shot at 0% at the slider of our club. So here I was at the +1 of my power 4 ball, so I put the power 3 in app and I played max distance with the power 3 numbers with a 0% elevation. I'm spinning my ball guide to the hole and I'm going to offset it about a square below the hole for this second shot. So again, the first shot is a 10% over adjustment, push up to max, and full overpower with an APOC 4 and half overpower with an APOC 5 or 6. Your second shot is going to be played at 0% elevation. I am not doing the rough bump because we are pushing into the sand or pulling into the sand, and I don't feel safe with that rough bump. So again, second shot is playing at 0% elevation. For hole 7, we are playing a no moving target. I watched Ian try to make this shot with a Kingmaker, so I decided to try it with a wind resistance 4 ball just to see if it made a difference. I did 1 top spin and about half a bar of right spin to do the offset. So the offset is going to be wind dependent on the wind strength. So again, we're playing this at no moving target, 1 top spin, about a half a bar of a right spin, and we're going to over adjust our shot with a plus 25% over adjustment at max distance of our club. So again, I played this at 25% over adjustment at max distance, 1 top spin and 0.5 right spin. But just be wary of the strength of the wind, and you might have to use more side spin or less side spin depending on how strong the wind is. So for now, this is how we're playing hole 7. For hole 8, we're playing with our rock. We're going to do max right spin and 4 top spin, no matter if you're doing a rock 9 or 8. You're going to be aiming your ball guide down the center of the fairway yet again, and we're going to adjust our shot 1 wind per ring plus 1 ring. So my wind was 8.7, I adjusted for 9.7 rings. So again, we're going to be playing this 1-to-1 plus 1 ring. So 8.7 wind, I adjusted 9.7 rings. At 342, I know this plays at 30% slider, so at 344 I played this at 26% slider with a plus 15% over adjustment of my shot. I'm doing a no spin shot here, so I'm just aiming my ball guide at the hole. So again, at 342, the shot played at 30% slider, and you're going to do plus or minus 2% from that yardage. So again, no spin basically shot for the second shot at the slider of your club with a plus 15% over adjustment of your shot. For hole 9, I'm going to show you APOC 4 and an APOC 6. You're going to do max top spin and max left spin with your APOC 4 with a Zerk ball. Here I'm basically trying to eyeball where I'm going to have my ball bouncing. My guide is going to be basically at the edge of the shadow line of the trees, and then my curl is going to be inside of my ball touching the outside of the ring. You're going to do full overpower, and then you're going to try to hit perfect. So as you can see, the APOC 4 cannot make it over the secondary rough in front of us, so we are in a layup position. So here you can write down the yardage and what I did for the second shot. For the second shot, I looked for the slider of my club, and I guessed this to be at 50% slider of my club. So I played 50% slider with my thorn, and I did plus 10% elevation for the second shot to account for the wind push. I spun my ball guide to the hole and just short of the hole, and then adjusted my shot. So again, I played this at mid distance with a plus 10% over adjustment of my shot, and you can go back and look at the yardage and do plus or minus from there, and hopefully that will get you a good understanding of what slider to use for your second shot. But again, I played it with a plus 10% over adjustment of my shot. With an APOC 6, you're going to be doing full top spin and full left spin. I am not sure if an APOC 5 will make this shot. If it does, it might at least get you to the rough. And if you get stuck in the rough, you're just going to play your Nirvana with a 0% elevation. But here, your white ring is going to be basically touching the line of the secondary rough there, and your ball guide going to the right center of the fairway. You're going to be doing about a ball of curl with full overpower, and you're going to try to hit perfect. For the second shot, you're going to be playing at the slider of your club with a plus 20% over adjustment of your shot. All these shots can be found on the 19th hole expert tournament page, and the link will be in the description below. Thank you, Alex and the Spider Ladies. You guys are awesome, and remember guys, hit perfect, and good luck this week with the tournament, and happy golfing.